Hello students, welcome back to Tejas classes. Friends, how are you all? I hope you are all doing very well. Okay, in today's class, we'll be learning about super senses of various animals. Okay, this is the first chapter of class 5th EVS looking around textbook. Okay, in this class, we'll learn about what are the sense organs, how many sense organs do we have, do animals also have sense organs, super senses of animals. Okay, so first we need to understand what are sense organs. Okay, what are sense organs, friends? The sense organs are our body organs which helps us to see, smell, hear, taste and touch or feel. Okay, these are the organs which helps us to see, smell, hear, taste and touch or feel. Okay, so now tell me how many sense organs do we have? How many sense do we have, friends? We have five sense organs. What are they? Eyes are used to see the things. Okay. Nose helps us to smell. Ear helps us to hear. Tongue helps us to taste. And hand which helps us to touch or feel. Okay. Now we know that we have five sense organs for the human being. Now let's see about the animals. Do animals also have sense organs, friends? Do animals also have sense organs? The answer is yes. See, I have given you beautiful pictures of four different animals. Okay, the first one is chimpanzee. Can you see this here? Yeah, this is chimpanzee, friends. This is chimpanzee is very similar to human beings. Have you observed? If not, observe once. Okay, see. And the second image is of dog. Okay, third image is of an eagle, and the fourth image is the national animal of India, that is our country, the tiger. Okay, friends, now tell me what are the similarities in these four animals? What are the common things you observe? Yeah, the common things are, see, all the animals have ears, all the animals have eyes. Okay, yeah, all the animals have nose, all the animals have tongue. So that means all the animals have all the sense organs as we humans have. Yeah, this is the first page of your lesson. Okay, the first page of your lesson. In this, their first question they have asked is, has this ever happened to you? So, what has happened here? So, these people were eating in the playground. Suddenly, an eagle flew down and took away their food. You can see an eagle over here. So, it took the food of these people and flew away into the sky. So, I'll ask a question for you guys. Okay? How did eagle came to know that there is a food here? As eagle flies very high in the sky, you all know that eagle flies very high in the sky. And how did it has seen the food which is on the ground in the school? Okay, did someone called up eagle and told that eagle, there is a food in the school, please come and pick up? No, na. So eagle has seen the food from the sky. And you have a question, how can eagle see a food from such a height, as we can't see the distant objects clearly, right? So eagle has a super sense of sight, which means eagle can see a distant objects very clearly. What? Eagle can see the distant objects very clearly. That's why it has seen the food from the top and came to them, took their food and flew away. Okay. In the second image, you can see a boy and a dog. Okay. Okay, the dog is sleeping and the boy is passing through the dog. Okay, suddenly as he walked softly, the ears of the dog shot up at once. What happened? The ears of the dog shot up at once. Why did this happen? This happened because the dog has sensed the boy arrival. Okay, the dog has sensed the boy arrival. So we can see that dog as also has senses. In the third picture, you can see the ants. See what the ants are doing here. They are eating a slice of bread or a cake. Okay, what they have given in the book, you dropped something sweet on the ground, and within minutes many ants collected around it. So what they have said, so you have dropped some bread or a piece of cake, let it be a piece of sugar or piece of cake, you have dropped it on the ground, and within minutes many ants collected around it. How did the ants knew that there is a piece of food lying around in your home? Yeah, friends. Now you are seeing a dog and a tree. What the dog is doing here, friends? Sniffing, right? What it is trying to smell? Do you have any idea, guys? If you have any ideas, please mention in the comment section. Okay? See, we have asked a question. What it is? Have you seen a dog sniffing here and there? What do you think it is trying to smell? Okay? So the answer is very funny. What dogs usually do, they mark out their own area. Okay? Dogs mark out their own area as you do in your classroom. You mark your own place, right? That is the first or second bench or middle or last. You mark your own area. You will not allow anyone to come into that place, okay, except your friends, right? See, dogs mark out their own area on the road, okay. Some dogs have their place in their homes, some stray dogs will be there, no? So those dogs, they mark their own area on the road, so they can make it out if another dog has come into their area by the smell of its urine or potty. What? Dogs can tell that whether any other dog has come to its place or not with the help of smell. What it smells? It smells the urine or potty of other dog. Okay? With the smell of its urine or potty, dogs recognizes the other dog whether it has come into its place or not. Okay, now we have a question. They have asked us to write. So what is it? In what ways do human beings make use of this special sense of smell of dogs? Okay, now we came to know that dog has special sense of smell, right? Dogs have special sense of smell, and we humans make use of it. How do we make use of it? So we generally see in a movies or pictures, right? Police people will be catching their dogs and they'll be running behind the dogs if any robbery or any some crime happened, right? You might be seen in the pictures, movies, right? See, the answer is for catching thieves or for finding bombs. Okay, see, as dogs have super sense of smell, they can smell the smell of humans and also the bombs. They help in catching thieves and finding bombs. Okay. Okay. See, now we have a question. When do you find your sense of smell helpful to you? When do you find your sense of smell helpful to you? And list some examples like to know by its smell that food has gone bad or that something is burning. You might have noticed in your home, friends, when your mom makes a chapati, if some smell comes, okay, after some time, if she doesn't notices it, what it is? What it is, friends? So the chapati has burnt more. So as a result, the burnt smell has come to you. Okay. So in the same way, how can the sense of smell will be helpful to you in avoiding any dangers? So answer is our sense of smell can be helpful to avoid accidents in case of gas leak or burning wires. Friend, you might have seen a cylinder in your kitchen, the red color one in your kitchen, right? So it is connected to the stove on which your mom cooks. Okay, so whenever there is a gas leak, it is called as LPG cylinder, liquefied petroleum gas is present in it. Okay, so when it leaks, a pungent smell into the air. Okay, a pungent smell comes into the air which you can smell and recognize it that the gas is leaking, so that immediately you can off the cylinder to avoid any major accidents and burning of wires. Okay, in your home, when a short circuit occurs, that is when a wire gets overheated, it melts, but we don't know because as they are concealed in the walls, we don't know that the wires have been burning. We cannot see them, right? So while burning, that is a melting of wires due to overheating, a smell comes. That smell helps us to know that the wire is burning so that we can switch off the electricity. In this way, sense of smell will be helpful to us in many ways. Any other examples, if you know, please mention in the comment section, friends, and you can write your own answers as well for this question. Okay. The next question. Name the animals that you will be able to recognize only by the smell without seeing them. Okay. Name the animals that you would be able to recognize only by the smell without seeing them. Friends, please name the animals and please mention in the comment section if you know other than the answers which I am going to give now. Okay. See, we can recognize dogs, cats, fish by their smell, right? We can recognize the dog smell, cat smell, and fish smell. Whenever your dad brings a fish on a Sunday for eating, right? You can smell it. Or when you go to a fish market, you smell a bad, very bad smell. So it is a smell of a fish. Okay, so you can recognize them without actually seeing them. Okay, you can write your answers also, friends. If any other answers you know, please mention in the comment section. So the best answer will be given a reward. Okay, any prize or any reward will be given to the best answer. Okay. Yeah, friends, now we'll read a story and understand what happened actually. Okay, we have Rajini here. See, this is a Rajini. She is carrying a luggage, that is a bags in her hand which contains the vegetables. Okay, and here is a lady whose name is Sushila. She is closing her mouth. Okay, that is she is closing her nose, and a baby whose name is Deepak. Okay, let's read the story given in the passage. Okay, see, today Rajini had to go out for some important work. Okay, Rajini, this is Rajini. She has gone out for some important work and she had to leave her 6-month old son Deepak with her sister Sushila. So she left her son Deepak. He is Deepak. She left her son with Sushila, and it was funny that both the babies did the potty at the same time. What? Sushila also has a baby whose age is same as of Deepak. Okay, but what these babies have done? These babies did potty at the same time. Sounds funny, right? She happily cleaned her daughter. Okay, Sushila, I have already said she has a child. She is a girl baby, so she cleaned her daughter's potty happily. But when she was cleaning her sister's son Deepak, see, she is cleaning her sister's son Deepak, so she covered her nose with dupatta. She covered her nose with dupatta. Why? Why she covered her nose with dupatta? Why? But while cleaning her daughter's potty, she was okay and she was cleaning happily. But when cleaning her sister's potty, why did she cover her nose? See, they have asked us a question for think and discuss. Sushila covered her nose when she cleaned Deepak's nappy, but not when she cleaned her daughter's. Why do you think she did this? Friend, what do you think? Why she did this? See, let's see the answer. See, maybe Deepak's nappy is dirty with potty. Okay? Deepak's nappy is dirty with potty, but her daughter's nappy had pee only. Okay, her daughter had peed, but Deepak's nappy is dirty. As the smell of potty is more unpleasant than pee. Yeah, we all know that the smell of potty is more unpleasant than pee. So Sushila had to cover her nose while cleaning Deepak's nappy, but not while cleaning her daughter's nappy. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, yeah. Now again a question for you guys. How do you feel when you walk near a heap of garbage? What is a heap of garbage? When you go along a road, you find a garbage dumped over at one place. So it has become a mountain, like a small mountain, that is known as heap of garbage. See, they are asking, think of a children who spend the whole day picking things from some garbage. You will find some people, right? The small people, they're carrying a large bag with their hand, and they'll be picking up these plastic waste, water bottles, all those. You might be noticed, right? And don't you think they experience a bad smell in the garbage? They're asking. Think once, okay? And is the smell good or bad for everyone in the same way, or does it depend on how each one feels about it? Okay, they're asking. See, whenever we goes to the garbage we feel very bad smell, okay, but those people, I have already told you, the small children or other people who pick up the garbage and lives there only, doesn't they feel a bad smell? They're asking. And or it depends on how one feels it, okay. So the answer is, I feel bad when I walk near a heap of garbage. Yes, we all feel bad when we walk near a heap of garbage. But the children who spend the whole day picking things from some garbage may not find it that bad. See, the children who picks up the garbage, so they don't feel the bad smell, as they have become used to the smell of the garbage, so they don't feel bad, okay. Yeah, now the super sense of smell is over. Now we'll be looking into super sense of sight. Sight is nothing but seeing, okay. See, I have given you images of four different birds, okay. See, what is this, guys? In the first image it is an owl, and the second is a sparrow, third crow, and fourth pigeon, okay. Let me explain you the differences, okay. You can see clearly where are the eyes of the owl and where are the eyes of these three animals, sparrow, crow, and pigeon. See, the eyes of the owl are in the front of its head, okay. This is the head, and it are in the front of its head, as we also have, we humans have, right? We have our eyes in front of our head, okay. But these three animals, see clearly, these have their eyes on the side of their head. See, they have their eyes on the side of their head, okay. So all the birds don't have the eyes similarly. They have, some have eyes in front of their head and some have eyes on either side of their head, okay. See, let's see, they have asked you questions. Let's answer those questions first, okay. Write the names of the bird which has eyes in front of its head like in humans. So as we already discussed, an owl has eyes in front of its heads like in human. The second question is, write the names of some birds which have eyes on either side of the head. What is the size of their eyes as compared to the size of their head, okay. Names of birds which have eyes on either side. I have already told you, birds like sparrow, crow, pigeon, eagle, etc. have eyes on their either side of the head. Okay. What is the size of their eyes? The size of the eyes is much smaller than that of their head. We also have our eyes smaller than our head size, right? Okay. See, they have given you a task. It looks funny. Let's do it, okay. You also do with your friend. Now first see this video, after that you do with your friend, and please comment me how did you feel, okay. See, looking with one eye or both the eyes, okay. They have asked, what they asked to do, close your right eye or cover it with your hand. In this way, in this way the girl is closing her right eye with her hand, okay. Tell your friend to stand to your right. Tell your friend to stand to your right at some distance and ask him to do some action, okay. So ask him to do some action, like ask him to wave his hand, ask him to shake his head, or ask him to do anything, okay. And we have a question here. Can you see your friend's action without moving your neck? Friend, can you see your friend's action without moving your neck? The answer is no. I could not see my friend's action without moving my neck. Why? I'll tell you afterwards. Okay? You cannot see, that is, I cannot see my friend's action without moving my neck. And second question is, now try to look at your friend's action with both your eyes open but without moving your neck. So what they have asked, they asked you to see your friend's action with both your eyes open. So remove your hand from your right eye and look, but without moving your neck. So the answer is yes, I was able to see my friend's action with both my eyes open and without moving my neck. Okay, you can see the action of your friend. The third question is, what was the difference on looking with one or both the eyes? So they are asking, what is the difference when you are closing your one eye and seeing your friend's action, and when you are opening your two eyes and seeing your friend's action, what is the difference they are asking? So answer is, with the both my eyes open, I can see a wider range of area without moving my neck. So answer is, I can see more area, that is more space, with my both the eyes open. Okay, yeah. Most of the birds have their eyes on either side of the heads. So most of the birds, they have eyes on either side of the heads. Their eyes can focus on two different things at a time. So they can focus on two different things. With right eye they can see one object, and with the left eye they can see the other object. When they look straight ahead, both their eyes focus on the same object. Okay, when a bird looks straight, okay, in this way, when it looks straight it focuses on the same object, but when it tilts its head to the right, it sees the right object. When it tilts the head to its left, it sees the left object. Similarly, top and bottom. Okay, see, you must have seen birds moving their neck very often, right? What give me an example. So the example is a hen. You might have seen the hen moving its neck very frequently, right? Do you know why? The answer is because in most of the birds, eyes are fixed and cannot move. What it means the eyes are fixed and cannot move? See, in we humans, we move our eyeballs to our top, bottom, left, right. Yeah? Try once. See, move your eyeballs to the top, left, right, and left. Okay? You can move your eyeballs, but in some birds they can't move their eyes, they are fixed. So they have to turn their heads to see around. So in order to see around, they have to turn their heads so that they can see the objects clearly. Okay, yeah. What it is, friends, I've given a picture here. What it is, can you recognize it? See, you can see a building from top. We have cars over here. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 buildings, right? So this is the image. What is it? This is the image when seen from top. Okay, birds also see the same image with their eye. Okay, when birds see from the top, it looks like this for them. Okay, some birds like eagles, kites, vultures can see 4 times as far as we can. Okay, see, if we see a 1 meter distance, these kites, eagles, vultures can see 4 times, that is 4 meters as far as we can. So we can say that these birds have super sense of sight, far better than human beings. Okay, these birds can see things from a distance of 8 meters. What we can see from a distance of 2 meters. That's what 4 times of 2 is 8. So it can see 4 times as far as we can, as their sense of sight is superior to human beings. Okay, now everyone will be getting a doubt. See, we see all colors, right? We see green, we see red, we see almost all colors. That is, we means human beings see all the colors. Okay, yeah, they have given a human being picture. They can see all the colors. Okay, but animals cannot see as many colors as we can. Yeah, animals cannot see as many as colors as we can see. Bird can see some colors only, not all colors, but it can see some colors. Okay, it is believed that animals that are awake in the daytime can see some colors. Okay, what it is? Animals which doesn't sleep in the day and that are awake in the day can see some colors. Okay, like a bird. See, bird can see some colors and dog also can see some colors. Okay, those animals that are awake at night can see things only in black and white colors. Friends, can you name some animals that are awake at night, that don't sleep in the night? So for example, a rat. Okay, what it is? A rat. A rat doesn't sleep at night. Do you know why? Because a rat comes out in the night in search of its food. Okay, in night times you all notice rats come out in search of their food. They find their food and they go away. Okay, see, rats can see only in black and white color. Only two colors they can see, they are black and white, whereas human can see all the colors, bird can see some colors, a dog can see only few colors, and rat can see only black and white colors. Okay, yeah. See, animals with super sense of sight. I am giving a list of animals which have very, very, very super sense of sight. They can see very distant objects very clearly. Okay, they can see the objects very clearly which we humans cannot see. The first one is tiger, the national animal of a country. So tiger has super sense of sight, and second is eagle. In the beginning, right, I have told you about the eagle. Okay, so eagle from the top in the above, high above in the sky, it has found the food, taken the food of the children and flew away. So eagle has super sense of sight. Rat can see which color, friends? Only black and white. It has also super sense of sight. And lion has also super sense of sight. Vulture, yeah, this is the vulture, guys. Vulture has also very high super sense of sight. Okay, yeah, guys, this is the end of part 1. So we'll be stopping this class with this. Okay, what we have learned in this class? We have learned about sense organs. How many sense organs we have? 5 sense organs. Super senses of animals. What we have learned? Super sense of smell, super sense of smell. Sense of smell, we have learned about which animals? We have learned about ant, we have learned about dog, right? And super sense of sight, we have learned about eagle. Okay, and we have learned different colors which animals and humans can see. Okay, in part 2 we learn about super senses of touch, that is feel, and super senses of hearing, that is the ear, which helps us to hear different sounds. Okay, and super senses of tiger. Tiger is very important animal, friend, and it is a national animal also. So we learn about various super senses of tiger. And national parks, what are the national parks? We'll be learning in part 2, and in part 3 we'll be doing the worksheet examples. Okay, we'll be doing the fill in the blanks, choose the correct answer, true or false. Okay, 1 mark question. So we'll be doing all these worksheet examples in part 3 class. So that's all it for today, friends. I hope you all have enjoyed the session. So please go through the session once again and do the exercises, and please comment any doubts which you may arise. Okay, please mention in the comment section. I'll reply as soon as possible. Okay, have a great day, friends. Enjoy your day. Thank you. Bye. And before closing this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe our channel, that is your channel, Tejas Classes. Okay, thanks for watching.